net aspirants, welcome back to High Point again. I hope all of you are doing well in your life and you are preparing for your UGC net and JRF. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let me tell you that first of all. And about my website www.highpoint.in, where you will get immense amount or sufficient amount of materials for your UGC net systematically, which is arranged systematically, chronologically, and also well explained, quality and comprehensible materials in the form of audio lectures, 900 plus audio lectures. That is more than enough. And also you will get 300 plus downloadable PDFs which are simplified notes that you can brush up, with which you can brush up your studies, whatever you have learned. You can brush up your memory related to important works and things related to literature, and also you will get live practicable a live attemptable previous and practice question paper in the website, and you can know your progress and mark instantly just after finishing your exam. So go and visit my website, in order to know what you have to learn, in order to how vast this syllabus is, and you can have a look at how you should study. And there are a lot more benefits once you join for the course. And you can also join a WhatsApp group. I have given the link in the description box. Go and check it and click it, and you can be a part of our WhatsApp group, where you will get daily quizzes related to English language and literature, and also you will get notes and updates and news related to NTA UGC net. Isn't that great? And if you want, you can join. And if you want any other helps related to UGC net English, if you don't know where you have to study, where you want to start studying, if you want any guidelines, I'll be very glad to share all these things, all these kind of things that I followed, that I carried out while I was preparing for UGC net and and JRF UGC net English. So yeah, that's all. So today's topic is, as you can see in the screen, it is Thomas Kyd. So we have already begin studying about age of Elizabeth, and we have seen couple of works and couple of things, couple of authors related to the age of Elizabeth. So Thomas Kyd we cannot skip. So Thomas Kyd, he is one of the major university wits that we all know, and Thomas Kyd is a major dramatic person of this particular age of Elizabeth. So he lived from 1557 to 1594. This in this video we'll be looking at his major life events happened, and also his major works, as well as some of his major works will be explained towards the end as well. So this is going to be a very short video. Don't skip the video. If you are taking notes, then that will be great. That will help you to memorize more about all these details. Okay, so about his life, let's begin. He was born in London in the year 1557. So he was a Londoner. Okay, he was born in London, and he got educated at the Merchant Taylor School, London. So he completed his education in a school known as Merchant Taylor School, London. And Kyd probably began his career as a dramatist, as a popular playwright, about the year 1583. So around that year we can see that Shakespeare also started his career, and Kyd also started around this year 1583. He also started his career as a playwright, and he modeled upon the Senegan revenge tragedy. So we all love Thomas Kyd for his particular one of the major, as a major revenge tragedian, right? He modeled upon the Senegan revenge tragedy. So Seneca is not an English playwright; he is a Roman playwright. And Thomas Kyd and many more contemporary writers of Kyd modeled their drama upon Seneca. Seneca particularly wrote many revenge tragedies. He was a Roman playwright, and Kyd also modeled. Kyd also got influenced by Senegan revenge tragedies, and he modeled his plays upon Senegan revenge tragedies. And his plays established on the Elizabethan stage the revenge tragedy. So, with Thomas Kyd's major works, the genre known as revenge tragedies, within the genre drama, revenge tragedies got established in Elizabethan stage. Okay, So that is the major contribution of Thomas Kyd. So he modeled upon Senecan revenge tragedies, and with Kyd's major revenge tragedies, in Elizabethan stage, revenge tragedy as a genre got established. Okay. And in 1590, Kyd seemed to have given up writing for the stage and entered the service of an unnamed lord who employed a troupe of players. So, in 1590, it seems that Kyd almost gave up his writing career for the stage, and also he entered into a service of an unnamed lord who employed a troupe of players. And Kyd and Marlowe, they were close acquaintances. So Marlowe is another university with Christopher Marlowe, who is famous. And Christopher Marlowe is one of the most talented Shakespearean dramatists. And Kyd and Marlowe, they were close acquaintances. They were close, like friends. And in May 1593, Kyd was arrested by the Queen's Privy Council for possession of heretical and blasphemous papers. So what happened, this is a major incident happened during it happened in the life of Thomas Kyd. In May 1593, Kyd was arrested for what? Kyd was arrested by Queen's Privy Council for what? For possession of heretical and blasphemous papers. Okay. Marlowe also got arrested after a week. So, after much torture and all, Kyd admitted that the papers were written by Christopher Marlowe. So, Marlowe was also got arrested after a week, and the Kyd was released after a certain period of time. So, like I said, during the interrogation and the torture, Kyd admitted that he got the papers from Christopher Marlowe. So that's how they arrested, the Queen's Privy Council arrested Marlowe for the same. And through he was later, though he was later released, his patron refused to take him back into service. So he already gave up writing for the stage, and he entered into a service of an unnamed lord. But because of this arrest, even though he was later released, his patron refused to take him back into service. He died in poverty, so he could not have anything, and see, he died in poverty, such a great dramatist, and he died in poverty in the year 1594. And it was a university with, that we all know, university with is a group of Shakespearean playwrights who actually studied in either of the University of Cambridge or University of Oxford, and they form a group, and they wrote mainly tragedies, and their sensibilities were same. It was not that they that not only they have studied in either of university, that was not the only common element that made them a group of playwrights, but their sensibilities and their way of treating subject matters were also common. It also had some commonalities were there in their work, especially most of them have written what tragedies. So that made that group university with. And Thomas Kyd was also an inevitable most famous playwright who is included in university with. So that was his life, major life events, and let's see some details related to Kyd's literary career. Kyd is remembered for his single play, The Spanish Tragedy. So we all have learned this particular work, The Spanish Tragedy, in our MA classes, and we got fascinated by the revenge motive and revenge play that was written by Thomas Kyd. And we will see The Spanish Tragedy in an individual video as well. And David Deutsches, he commented about Spanish tragedy. So David Deutsches, he is a critic, and he commented about Spanish tragedy. What was that? Time and time again later, Elizabethan plays use or refer to something in the Spanish tragedy. So we love Thomas Kyd for his sole play, his sole important play, The Spanish Tragedy. And David Deutsches says that as time passes, we will go back to the Spanish tragedy to refer and to understand Elizabethan plays. We will refer something to the Spanish tragedy when we learn Elizabethan plays. Okay, time and time again later, Elizabethan plays use or refer to something in the Spanish tragedy. So the coming Elizabethan playwrights who came after Thomas Kyd, they got immensely influenced by the Spanish tragedy, and also, coming generation playwrights also got influenced. Still, we are learning the Spanish tragedy, so you can imagine the influence that it has. So David Day just made this particular comment, and Shakespeare took many elements of the play when he wrote Hamlet. Hamlet also, it is a revenge tragedy which is modeled upon Seneca, and he took many elements from the Spanish tragedy when Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. Okay, and his contribution lies in devising the high flown exotic revenge plot. So this was the major contribution that he made through by writing the Spanish tragedy. Okay, devising the high flown exotic revenge plot, which became a model for other English playwrights to follow in the future. So, like I said, after Thomas Kyd, so the what whoever or whichever playwright came up in the Elizabethan age as well as in the coming ages, in the following ages, this work, this particular piece of art, the Spanish tragedy, remained as a model, as an inspiration to write, and as a piece of work to refer to whenever they want to write a play, and especially a revenge tragedy. Now let's see some basic details related to the Spanish tragedy. So I have already told you we will have a particular individual video about the Spanish tragedy in which we will in detail explain about the actions happening inside the play. So here I am only giving a very overview, a kind of introduction or some details related to Spanish tragedy. Okay, and it is written between 1582 and 1589. So between these years, the Spanish tragedy was written or created, and it was the first example of a revenge tragedy. So in the Elizabethan age, when drama became the towering genre and drama became a secular genre, and also in the previous age, that means in the age of revival, we know that drama was in the form of mystery, miracle, and moral cycle of plays. So, but in Elizabethan age, we all know that in drama assumed a secular uh, form, and also drama is the towering genre. So, how it became a towering genre? With the works of great dramatist, okay, and with the works of others writers like Thomas Kyd, and with the coming up of works like the Spanish tragedy. So as a beginner, as a pre-Shakespearean playwright, Kyd Kyd's work, the Spanish tragedy, remain as an example for the entire coming up playwrights and their works, and also it is the first example of revenge tragedy ever, and a popular genre of Elizabethan drama during the last decades of the 16th century. So revenge tragedy, this particular genre within the genre tragedy, it is a popular genre. It was a popular genre. Revenge tragedy was a popular genre of Elizabethan drama during the last decades of the 16th century. We can see that during the last decades of the 16th century, many writers, many playwrights, they have composed revenge tragedy. Shakespeare has done it, and Webster, and many other playwrights. And it is modeled on Senecan revenge tragedy. Seneca is a Roman writer, Roman playwright who has written revenge tragedies, and Spanish tragedy is also modeled upon Senecan revenge tragedy. The central motive of the play in the revenge is the revenge of Hieronimo, Marshal of Spain, for the murder of his son Horatio. So Horatio is getting murdered in the play, and he is the son of Hieronimo, who is the Marshal of the Spain, and Hieronimo is taking revenge upon the murderers of his son. So that is the major revenge motive that we could see in this particular tragedy. And Horatio, who was in love with Belimperia, was murdered by the Prince of Portugal and by Belimperia's brother Lorenzo. So these two are the major culprits here. Lorenzo, Belimperia was in love with Horatio, and Horatio got killed by Prince of Portugal and also Belimperia's brother Lorenzo. So Hieronymo, he devises a plan in order to take revenge upon these two murderers of his his son. And Kyd's play introduced a new kind of character in drama, an obsessive, brooding, and mistrustful plotter. Okay, so we can see he introducing particular kind of individual kind of characters who is actually obsessive, brooding, and mistrustful plotter. Such a character Kyd is introducing in this particular play. So about Spanish tragedy, we will discuss in detail in the next video that will be particularly dedicated to this play only. So I guess that's all. If you have any questions, doubts, queries, you can obviously comment that in this comment section. And if you want me to make a particular video for you in about a particular content related to English language and literature, then I'll be glad to know that. Please comment that in the comment section. And you can visit me. You can find me in these platforms. My website is here, www.highpoint.in, and you can WhatsApp me or call me in this number if you want any other help related to UGC NET English language and literature. If you don't know where to start studying, if you know what to study, if you don't know how to study, if you don't know how to memorize all these things, then you can call me. Definitely call me and ask me. I'll be very glad to help you. And you can also mail me if you have queries and suggestions. And yeah, you can also join the WhatsApp group if you want. I have given the link in the description box. There you can find it, and you will find the daily quizzes and much more things, notes related to our news and updates related to NTA UGC Net there in the WhatsApp group. If you want, you can join. You are welcome to join. So that's all about this video, and thank you for watching my video. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, please press the like button and also share this with your friends. Thank you for watching my video once again. Bye bye. Thank you.